Good afternoon. We're back here at Techman Industry, the conference here, and I'm your host, Bryan Brooks, the Chief Communications Officer at Northwest Florida State College. And I'm here with my good friend, Nick Zimmerman from the Jay Odom Group, and he's going to join us with some fascinating information about some of the building and development that's going on in Fort Walton. Thanks for joining us, Nick. I really appreciate it. Why don't you talk to us a little bit about what Jay Odom Group does? A lot of our listeners might be familiar with them, but...
We're a commercial real estate development company, been around since the 80s. He's done all kinds of stuff, from revamping the Uptown Station, from the Fort Walton Square to the Uptown Station, putting in the tallest flagpole there, to building Destin Jet at the airport there, to building Hammock Bay as the one of the major nice subdivisions in the area. So there's about 30 subdivisions inside Hammock Bay right now. And then all kinds of new stuff coming down the pipeline. We have, commercial buildings all over Fort Walton, had some in Niceville, some in Destin, and Freeport. So we, good variety of commercial real estate and, business in general.
So, you guys seem to be making Fort Walton look great. Some of your developments.
We love Fort Walton.
And you handed me this cool flyer. It's called the Freedom Tech Center.
That's right.
And all of these different buildings that you're going to be building, developments that are going to come up. Will you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So Freedom Tech Center is 52 acres. We leased it from the Air Force, their Enhanced Use Lease Development Program. We won that bid around 2018, and we've now broke ground and are assembling or constructing the first hotel, which is a Home 2 Suites hotel. So if you're driving down Lewis Turner, you go past the courthouse, you'll see a new hotel going in. That's the Home 2 Suites. That's one of the many components. There's going to be 2 hotels, Home 2 Suites and a Holiday Inn Express and Suites. There's going to be a apartment complex, 312 unit luxury apartment complex called Zatitude with a Z. Okay, and then we're going to have room for 4 restaurants out front along Lewis Turner, and then 2 commercial office buildings that are similar to the JG Plaza building by Uptown Station behind Baskin-Robbins over in that area. So modeled after that, a little bit different. One's 2-story, one's 4-story. And then a standalone defense contractor headquarters that we're working with right now to actually build them their own custom headquarters on that property. And then in the center is a 4-acre park with an event stage and a 200-foot flagpole. So we're aiming to recapture the tallest flagpole in Florida again. So it's fun.
That's cool. So what makes you, the Jay Odom Group, decide where to put things like this? I mean, is it the money? Is it the community?
Opportunity, number one, for sure, because there's not much land available to do big things like this anymore. So when, thankfully, Eglin identified, this one piece that was like not really usable for their mission, but they don't want to get rid of it, so they put it out to their enhanced use lease, and they'll literally lease it out to us, and then we can put whatever we want on it per their approval, and then they actually make commission or rent, we make commission payments to them based off of all the businesses that are on that property. So that money from that lease goes directly into Eglin to their, I believe, infrastructure program specifically. So it's like money that stays here locally that Eglin gets to subsidize whatever they need.
So there's a significant benefit to the local community.
Absolutely. Tons of jobs will be brought there, housing, obviously, more hotel space. One of the hotels will have a conference center, 4,500 square foot conference center.
Wow.
So, it's a mixed use complex for all kinds of activity, and it's we calling it the Freedom Tech Center. So we want to bring attention to the tech world, software development, etc. We want those companies to have a hub to stay when they move to Fort Walton or to relocate there if they're already in Fort Walton.
Gotcha. Yeah. So let me ask, how has the economy had any kind of an impact on your business model?
It definitely
the rates
has.
And all.
Yeah, the rates are no fun right now. Dealing with banks are difficult right now, but we, thankfully have a good track record. So we're getting through it, and we're not slowing down. We're pushing forward. So
you use a combination of banks and private lending.
Mostly banks. Yep. Mostly banks, and then they're all tightening their pocketbooks right now. But Jay has a way to get them to loosen it up. So we're getting it done and putting them down, putting these buildings down as fast as we can.
Awesome. So what's the timeline on this?
Yeah, timeline. So Home 2 Suites is around Q2 next year.
Okay.
Holiday Inn Express and Suites is right behind that. And then the apartment complex is about 24 months or so, roughly, from now.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the other buildings are kind of fluid on the time frame because if we get a interested party that wants 100,000 square feet, we'll start that building for them right now.
Yeah.
After development or design or whatever. But so if there's anybody out there that's interested in knowing more about the commercial office space, just reach out to me and we'll figure it out. But we got a lot of interested people that want to be at this site because of how close it is to the airport and both bases. It's literally 5 minutes, 7 minutes, depending on traffic, between both bases. You know, so that's huge when someone needs to work at Eglin or Hurlburt, but doesn't necessarily need to get on base. They can meet in the middle in a way. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's a really cool spot, and the sign is up already. So if you haven't driven by, there's a 40-foot tall pylon sign out front now. Okay. It says Freedom Tech Center on it. So it's really neat. Go drive by and check it out.
Sounds good. Well, we'll try to get this information. We'll put this information on the video and in the comments. And it's been really great talking to you. Thanks so much.
I appreciate the time. Thank
absolutely.
you.
It's a fun conversation.
Yeah.
Thanks.